so Minnesota Warriors. I don't know if you're familiar with Minnesota Warriors. It's
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, veteran.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
veteran
expand
hockey.
on it though. Like there might be some listeners
Yeah.
that aren't as familiar. Like,
Oh,
go into it.
sure. Yeah. So Minnesota Warriors are they're an amazing group. If anyone wants to donate any dollars, they're 501c3 and all that stuff. I think Minnesota Wild are very much heavily kind of sponsoring and investing in them too. But it's designed for disabled veterans to have camaraderie through hockey, right, and have that kind of healing power of hockey. But when I heard it was disabled veterans, I watched them skate. I'm like, what the? I'm picturing like guys with one leg, missing arms. No, some of these guys skated junior hockey. Like, they're fast, right? Anyway, I'd seen that they'd had me come out and do anthems for them, at some of their games, at some of their fundraisers, and I was happy to do it, and they were always great to me. And just hanging out with them, it felt like I was back in the military again. It was just that kind of camaraderie that you can only find with military guys, it seems. But they'd been asking me for a couple years to skate with them, and I was just like, dude, no, like, I'm gonna get killed out there, But then I learned about there's some adult beginner things out there. AHA, I don't know if you're familiar with AHA, Adult Hockey Association, but I found that adult.
There's the AHA, there's
Yeah.
Hockey Finder, there's
JMS,
which has become I can't even. I think they call it like Loons Hockey or something now. I don't know. I've done a couple of those. It's AHA I could never do personally because it was like a little too serious in like adulthood for beer league, where it's like, hey, each week you're gonna have a totally different schedule, you're traveling to all different rinks. It's like, no, give me one night of the week, tell me the one rink I'm going to every time, that'll work.
No, and that's how the beginner school starts. So it kind of gets you locked in that way, right? Because the school is always one night a week, and it's the same rink, and you school. It's drills and drills for like 10 weeks, and then 10 weeks of games, and that's what I did last summer. And I learned how to stop. And, they really gelled with this team. And basically I wanted to learn how to play hockey before I decided to, join the Warriors. Right. And, so now I'm basically on two teams, because I love my AHA team. So I've kind of stuck with them and done them. We just finished Winter League and about to start Summer League again. But I practice with the Warriors a lot. And they're great guys. And some of these guys, I mentioned the disabled thing, and it's a lot of the wounds are unseen, right? They're not visible wounds, And these guys, they find that kind of purpose and solace and all that stuff in hockey. And if anyone watching this that really loves hockey understands what we're talking about here, right? Like, there's something to it that I've only really begun to kind of really understand a little bit, in the last year. Because playing it, like, I knew I was going to have fun during the adult beginner school. I knew I was going to have fun, but I didn't know I was going to have that much fun. I didn't know I was going to be like starting to be like dedicated to like wanting to get better, and I'm working out. I don't skip leg day anymore, okay, because that doesn't help you. You're gonna love this story. We fucking after a game at Braemar, we're all looking for a place to have a beer after. It's beer league after all. We ended up at a Champs in Eden Prairie or something. Eden Prairie, yeah, Champs Eden Prairie. Because that's the only place that was open till like 1 a.m. And when you're playing adult league, you're playing at like 10 o'clock, right? And so we ended up there. I walk in and sorry, man, I've had some beers. Stephane VEILLEUX is sitting at the bar.
Jeez.
And then me and him were like, what, give a head nod, what's up, because I've seen him at a few events. Because when we do the Wild, dude, he still kind of works for the Wild. when we do these like youth spotlight games, you know, and we show up and we bring the singer and the, you know, we basically turn a peewee game into like a wild game, you know, and the kids go crazy and it's great. The community turns out, it's awesome. And Stephane VEILLEUX is always like one of the like celebrity coaches, you know, him and like Wes Walls usually are the coaches. And so I've run into Stephane, you know, a few times, but, you know, running in this bar one time and, oh, hey, what's up? And you know, said hello and then went back and sat at my table with my team, and waitress comes over, took our drink order. She's like, hey, Stephane's getting the first round for you guys. It's like, oh man, thank you, you know. Cheers. Took a few of my teammates over to talk to him and say thank you. And next thing you know, we're one of my more like forward teammates was like, hey, you should work with us. And this, next thing you know, he's like, we're scheduling time with him. Our D League, our D2, not even D1, the D2 League beer league team is doing like power skating drills like every other week with Stephane VEILLEUX at his place Velocity out in Eden Prairie. And he just kills us. He kills us. It's amazing. And he's so fun. He's a good dude. He's
you know what? That's the only way to do it, though. If people come up to you and they're like, hey, train us, it's like, I hope you know what that means. I'm going to punish you.
Yes. And I'm always showing up late, you know, like once again, we're talking about, I'm not very prompt here. I show up late and of course I get punished. He told me to do push-ups. I was like, I thought he was joking. And then at the end of the thing, he's like, okay, you were late, so we're going to do a lap from hell. I was like, lap from hell? What's lap from hell? And you know what lap from hell is?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay,
no.
So you know those stretchy bands, you know, for people use for working out?
Oh man.
Right? Well, he'll be like, okay, he puts it around you and he holds it behind you and you drag him around the rink, right? And at first it's like I barely noticed he was there. I was like, he's messing with me, right? And he's a 240-pound man. He's a big dude. Maybe he's not 240 pounds, but he's a big dude. He's still jacked. Okay. He's only 41 years old. He's totally jacked. And at first it's like, okay, I don't hardly know you're there. And then all of a sudden we start turning the corner and all of a sudden he starts putting a little more resistance, right? And by the end, by that last stretch where you got to get to like the red line, he's totally like horizontal on his skates. And you're just dragging this like grown ass man and a former NHLer. Oh my God. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. There was the guys on our team were like almost puking. Like, you know, remember, these are beer league, you know, these are beer league adult beginners we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, no, totally different dynamics. Like the things that we had to do for like varsity hockey in high school, except you were getting a teammate and our coach had special straps that he bought that were like, you wrap them around your waist and there's two like holsters that drag behind and one of your teammates would literally lay on the ice and you'd skate end to end.
Oh, like, wow. Yeah.
That was a conditioning thing. And the punishment, we would play these small games, like in one end of the ice, like our coach actually like weirdly was the guy who invented these that USA Hockey like uses regularly. And the punishment, if you were to lose, is you have to do a seal walk. And a seal walk is you go on one board, you get on your tummy, and then you get up like you're doing a push-up, and you walk with your hands across the ice. It's like pulling yourself across in push-up formation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be good.
It is not fun. It is just the worst. But then winning those games and sitting there and just watching your teammates do it, like there's kind of like, it's kind of worth the risk reward factor, but they were brutal.